Hey guys, hello. For those watching this video back, go ahead and fast forward like 30 seconds on this video. I'm gonna wait for some people to join and then we'll get into today's video. Hey you guys, hello. I want to make sure that my connection is good because the last time I went live, I lost you guys and YouTube did not notify me. That was really freaking depressing. So I just want to wait for this video to get pushed out and see we're good to go. All right, we're gonna go with divine trust. We're gonna go with divine trust that it's gonna be great, okay? And whose eyes are meant to see this will. It's gonna be fantastic, all right? So, first of all, comment, let me know the stream. I'm like all like, oh gosh, I hope it works, all right? We're gonna get into the next 7 virtue, 7 sin series, okay? Wrath and patience are up next, okay? I think this is probably one that like we can all relate to all too well. If you're anything like me, this is one that I'm definitely having to consistently ground myself with and really work on myself, okay, with more patience for self, for others, etc. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's get into it and then we will pull a spread, okay? If this video found you, it's for a reason, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, all right? So wrath, the sin here, I had a chat with ChatGPT, all right, and they gave me some good notes that I wanted to pass on to you guys. So it leads to harm and destruction, okay, and a desire for revenge, which in return which in return thus disconnects us from our higher self, from our clarity, from our compassion, okay? And then it's anger that's lost its purpose, because there can be good anger, right? Anger can be extremely useful. It can be a beautiful catalyst for change, but wrath is when we're not creating that change. It's when we feel powerless, like we don't have a voice, okay? And like Spirit saying when it clouds our discernment, okay? Oh yeah, arises when we feel violated, unheard, powerless, and betrayed, okay? It feels like possibly like we're powerful in the moment because we're getting that revenge, we're seeking things, right? But in actuality, it's separating us from where we're supposed to be, alignment, okay? And that's gonna kind of put us into patience, all right? That's the sin here, or excuse me, the virtue, because otherwise it's wounded people wounding others, all right? Bear with me, guys. It's going to be a great reading, okay? Patience is not passive. I think that's really important because oftentimes, like when we execute patience, I know for me, we can feel like we're not getting justice, right? When in actuality, it's us being grounded in faith. It's spiritual strength, okay? I hate when I have to feel like I have a blouse on and I'm reading to you guys, but I think it's important for you to know before we do the reading, so bear with me. Hi guys, thanks for being here. And if you cannot be rude in the comments, that'd be great, thanks. Don't trigger my wrath. Execute patience. All right, yeah, so you're not turning a blind eye, okay, to injustice. You're not allowing harm. You're not excusing shitty behavior, all right? You're giving it to God. You're giving it to something bigger than you. You're being deliberate. You're being intentional with your actions, with you being in alignment, all right? It was referred to as holy defiance, and I thought that was a really beautiful and positive way to look at it, because you're not allowing the world or these shitty people, whatever, to drag that worst version out of you, right? Like, think about when you read about, like, friggin', I don't know, true crime is coming to mind. You know, people are just like, I blacked out. I wasn't thinking. But wrath, because it's not processed, okay? So patience is really grace under pressure and knowing that divine timing is sacred, All right, so that's kind of the background. Again, I know that this is a heavy theme, okay? I feel like it's honestly a heavy theme of 2025. Everywhere you kind of look, everywhere you pay attention, I really feel like you can see the imbalance, the self versus self conflict, okay? Spirit wants me to do a shadow card. So let's pull for Wrath, please. Can we get the shadow for Wrath? Okay, nature. So we have this wrath because what's happening feels not natural, against, okay, I'm hearing against all odds, but anyway, against what is natural. You're being forced to, I don't know, not be who you truly are, your rejection, or you're being rejected. And then I pulled destruction. So also for a lot of you, your wrath is it is instinctual. It's very natural. It's something you jump to, okay? But it's been known to cause destruction, maybe for you or for others. This feels like multi-dimensional. Like there's a part of this, I'm telling you, with like the true crime and stuff and the destruction and nature. And I just knocked over the tower, which is Scorpio energy, death and rebirth. There's something about like, it could be you. That could be anybody. Everybody's a mirror, right? So sure, you might be walking around being like, I do not have the potential to, you know, unalive somebody, but what's your limit? That's kind of what Spirit is saying here. Like everybody is capable of it. At some point there's human nature, like kill or be killed. That's interesting. Okay, show me more about wrath. The Chariot in the reverse. So we also feel blocked. We're pissed off because we feel blocked. Hey, Amy, welcome. Some of you could be a Cancer, dealing with a Cancer. It doesn't have to be. Some of you feel blocked from support, resources. This could be moving and work, okay? But just like moving up in general. You feel like, okay, there's a couple of things here. So pick your narrative, right? But like you could be very self-destructive right now, where you like are just like F it, okay, because you're angry. You could feel like somebody else is targeting you to destroy you. Ace of Cups. You're saying you've been rejected. Your heart has been rejected. Your purity has been rejected. There's like something about like I've been disrespected here, okay? Yeah, the Hangman in the reverse. So it's interesting because you actually have a new perspective. You see things for what they are and it pisses you off. The truth is pissing you off because you recognize that your heart has been blocked this whole time. Okay, can I get a little bit more on that, please? There's something like you were so raw for somebody. You were so vulnerable. You put yourself out there. Put everything on the line. Like, it's just like I sacrificed everything for you. It's giving such heavy home energy, okay? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, also Leo. I'm getting like when you have nothing to lose, and that's been coming up as well. Some of you see things for what they are. You know that you have to move towards a new beginning. I don't know, but you're pissed about it. You're pissed. So let's look at the question I'm asking Spirit is how this wrath is manifesting in the collective. And if I'm reading this energy correctly, a lot of you are really pissed off because you realize that your heart was blocked, your love was blocked, your dream was blocked. I'm telling you, resources, support, friends. Some of you feel like, I don't know, you've been kept from a life. From living your dreams, from doing what's best for you. Some of you feel like really like screwed over or manipulated and you're pissed. Okay? And some of you, I'm telling you, there's a targeting energy here. Like it's on purpose. Where is this coming from? Let's look at where this is coming from, okay? Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for being here with me, you guys. I hope you're doing well. I know we started out really rough. I hate when I have to, like, read, you know? I like to just, like, chat with you guys and be, like, really organic. But it was important. I want to pass it on. This is, okay. This is coming from your family, from something that you were born into, taught. This is like a lifestyle. Okay, so this is rooted for you. A lot of you are breaking free from who your parents wanted you to be, or like who society expects you to be. Okay? And it goes against everything you were taught. I don't know. This is coming off a little bit closed-minded. Because it just feels very much about the image and about how things look. And so a lot of you, I don't know. You're saying, like, I was taught to stay. This almost feels like a feminine energy being like, you don't leave. I was taught to stay. But it's about, because, like, thinking, you know, saying you're married for 50 years is, like, the world's greatest accomplishment, even if you were miserable all 49 of them, I'm kidding. Okay, like, something like that. Can I get a little bit more about this root cause, where a wrath is coming from? Because I'm telling you, there's just, it's such bullshit. Or, like, you know, I've been getting such weird, like, notebook references lately. Like, it's, like, really weird. It's come in, like, 2 or 3 readings now. I got, like, Nicholas Sparks as a download and whatever. Now I'm getting this scene, where, like, what was her name? Allie is talking with her mother, and she gives her, like, the stack of letters, and she's just like, oh, you thought he wasn't writing you this whole time? Well, he was. And now you're pissed. Because it's like, I would have made all these different choices. You took my choice away. You robbed me of a choice, is what I'm getting here. So I don't know. Justice in the reverse. I'm telling you, you're saying something's effed up, something's unfair, and you only stayed because you were told it was the right thing to do, or it was perceived that was way. It didn't identify with your heart. Okay? We're going to look more at that in a moment, but I want to kind of flip-flop to the patience and see how this is being experienced in the collective. There's a lot of loss in the collective right now. A lot. A lot. I see you, Amy. I'm sending you a lot of love. I see Amy's going through something right now. Yeah, a loss of our dream, a loss of love. This could be a physical loss, okay, a death, yes. I know that's happening with a couple of people I've been reading for, okay? But it's a loss of your heart, a loss of your dream. That's where the wrath is stemming from. But there is an energy of transition. Show me more about this patience, please. We're grieving. This is just a really uncomfortable time because it's just like, it's appropriate to feel the grief at this moment. Yeah, there's not closure yet. It's still raw, whether it's fresh or not. You're just dealing with it now. It's just coming up now, and that's okay. So this is kind of a message from your guides, as a sense of like, I'm so sorry it hurts, but it's supposed to. You're supposed to feel this. In life, it rains, it shines, you know, this is one of those moments. This is actually like really... Okay, I'm being reminded of like this... After I had my son and we wanted to have my daughter, I had secondary infertility for years. And there was this one test, I can't remember what it's called, I'm sure somebody can tell me, where like they shoot like dye into you to see if like your tubes are blocked. And it's uncomfortable, right? But it's necessary. And that is kind of what I'm getting. It's just like, it's a necessary test. It's a procedure. Like I remember that's something I would have had to do before like my doctor or my insurance would ever approve like infertility drugs and treatment like that. You know, like it's just standard. You have to go through this and it's uncomfortable. But in the grand scheme of things, there's a blessing. The patience was worth it. When I tell you I got my little angel baby born, I'm not even kidding, at 11/11, okay? Like worth the wait. 6 years of a wait though. And it just happened natural when it was supposed to. How about that? I'm getting this. That's exactly what we were getting. Natural. So yeah, there could be a lot of anger because there's been a lot of loss and some of it was intentional. And you might be mad at God realizing that this had to happen or coming to the terms. You know what I'm saying? Like you were wrong about a certain person. Like I definitely pick up an energy in the collective right now on the love frequency where like people are just like, okay, this was a karmic and I accept that now. Like I'm not running from that fact anymore. Okay. Let me just check this out because I didn't pull it for the virtue. There's a delay, I'm telling you. Withdrawn. Play. So your patience allows you to do this. Okay? It's like being there. Like, yes, you're not involved in this, but it also allows you to be in this energy of like, just take care of yourself, tend to yourself. This is giving inner child for sure. Some of you might have like more time with kids now. There's something about time. I'm really getting that. Being on pause or being alone, something like this. It's intentional. Okay. Anything else as far as like how the virtue of patience is being experienced other than just a lot of grief? Yeah, it's forgiveness. It's coming to terms. It's falling in love with yourself. Okay? Let me look into the steps we can take to enhance the virtue of patience so it doesn't feel, because it's real raw, you know? The goal is for you to get into a place where you're taking care of yourself, you're tending to your inner child. I've been getting like a big message on just like doing things for pleasure, right? Guilt-free here, okay? Like resetting our nervous system, okay? So how can we do that? What are the steps we can take, please, Spirit, to enhance the virtue of patience for this collective? I grabbed like my cartoony deck as well. Okay, so like I'm telling you, maybe it's like coloring, you know? This is napping for a lot of you, allowing yourself to rest. If you're tired, allow yourself to rest. Breaks, meditation, it's peace. Tell me more steps to enhance this. Some of you can go to the zoo. I'm getting that, okay? Elephants could be a thing. I've been noticing them. It's about wisdom, okay? My oracle today was Sophia, which is divine wisdom. You can give up control. You can give up control, which is where your wrath is coming from because you're like, this isn't what it's supposed to look like. This isn't what I designed. This isn't what I was taught it would look like. Walt Disney said it would be different. I was gonna get kissed on the lips and live happily ever after. What the fuck? That's what it's giving. Okay. Virgo, Gemini energy. You can also stop putting your power in the hands of others. Okay, giving your power away is really big. Yeah. Move on. Acceptance. It's going through the stages of grief, you guys. So you have to be your own leader of discernment there. Where are you in those stages of grief, right? If you guys wanted to do like a collective reading, comment below and let me know because we could totally do like a stages of grief reading. Maybe it's something I should do for the members. Okay, that's an idea. Oh my gosh. I see you, Sacred Lioness. This is the collective, but take what resonates. For sure, girl. Check out my website if you want a personal. Oh my god, that's so funny. But yeah, it's like, please stop trying to change it and just allow God to orchestrate his divine magic. Be smart enough to know, wise enough to know that you're not in control. Right? Oh, the real fool, the real ignorant is thinking that they have it all figured out and they know exactly what it is. You know? Just chill. And I get it. I'm a Scorpio, okay? Like, I'm having a hard time, okay? And my Libra moon, the injustice. You know what I'm saying? However, just keep going. Fight for your heart, fight for your peace. This is really, I feel like your patience is about going through the stages of grief, resetting your nervous system, because there's going to be something breaking free. So let's look at that. Can we get advice on how to balance our wrath with patience, please? Let me get a different deck, actually. Yeah, the Hierophant in the reverse. Release old ideas, old rules that you have for yourself. I remember, like, that was such a mind-blowing concept when I realized I had all these, like, subconscious rules for myself that I didn't even know. And I'm doing it because I think I have good morals and stuff, but I was holding myself to, like, such a high fucking standard. You know what I mean? It was unfair. It was unfair. And I don't even know, like, what the standard was. I just know that I was never reaching it and it was never enough. You know? So really look at that. Look what you've been taught, okay? Practice discernment, especially with tarot readings. Please, I can't preach enough about this fucking community, okay? Use discernment. This should be confirming what you already intuitively feel, right? You don't want to be self-reliant on anyone else. It's a tool, and that's exactly what this is about. And that might be part of your grief, is realizing no one's coming to save you. No one's going to tell you how to do it. Anyway, advice on how to balance, please. I'm getting like you can't always get what you want. Yeah, it's like just release and keep going. Move on, move forward. Stay in flow. Yeah, there's definitely acceptance in that grief process, we know. And that's what it is. It's going to be a lot of acceptance, and I don't know. Some of this, like, helped me. Like, I get it, you guys, you know, especially when it's, like, an injustice and you feel so targeted and it's like, what the F, you know? But just really understanding that, like, you're not turning a blind eye. You're being intentional, okay? You know it's not over. Like, I'm getting the image of death, and it's just like, okay, when someone is buried, like, eventually you leave and you go home. You don't stay there too. You know? I do get that a lot of you are, like, cutting someone out. Okay? I get that. Be okay with them not getting it. If this isn't a death, this is like they're dead to you. Okay? It's a death in this chapter of your life. Let's call it that. Right? Six of Wands in the reverse, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, feel with your heart, not your pride. Let go of what you think it's supposed to be and feel with this. Because I really get, like, you guys, I don't know, it was like a lot of planning, and then certain people didn't fit that mold or that character. Like, we set ourselves up for heartbreak. You know? And it's because we were loving from a need. Okay? So what's the potential outcome if we can balance more patience with our anger? Triggers. Yeah, just understand it hurts. Like, it's going to hurt. There's something about that. Like, understanding that the grief has a purpose. The pain has a purpose. Tell me more, please. Tell me more. I'm getting lies being exposed. Someone's a liar. This is what's triggering you. Someone's hiding something. Someone's lying about something. You're really calling something effed up or unjust. And it's like they just get to get away with it, or they get to keep their false image. You know? That's what's really ticking you off. Tell me more about the outcome, please. It's like creating your own family. Some of you know you have been lied to about love, or use your intuition. You know this isn't love. Someone's, okay. For those of you want to love, resignation, vibration with this, okay? They will come back, especially when you master patience and detachment. Especially as you move into acceptance in your grief, they will come back. And they will try to gaslight you. And you will have to rely on your intuition and your inner knowing of what love really is. There will be like yeah. Because it's a test. Spirit wants you to see it like when you were loving from that wounded place, from that place of wrath, and then loving from a place of detachment, unconditional, whatever it is. Anything else, Spirit? The more you give, like, yeah, giving right now, okay? Trying to convince, pouring outside of yourself. Devil energy, seeking outside of yourself. If any of you are paying money to somebody right now, cut that, okay? Like if you're supporting someone and you're going through, I don't know, that's what I'm getting. Tower, Magician, holy shit. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, everything is going to change. I just got flip-flop. And I said that, I can't remember if I said that when I first started in the reading. I think I did when I was like, let's flip-flop over here. Yes. Shit is going to flip-flop. It's going to look so different. Because like, you're getting your justice, you're getting your love, your heart, whatever it is. But it's going to look so different than you originally planned. Okay? So you really need to be open-minded here. Depending how you look at it, no, it didn't work out, or it actually did perfectly. Like, I'm really getting that, okay? So, yeah, it's about your view of perspective. Just keep doing what you're doing. You've already had the shift. You already see things for what they are. So it's not a surprise. Just keep working with that, okay? I hope that made sense. Let me know how the stream recorded, okay? If you guys would like a personal, silhouettetarot.com. Check out the memberships. I love you. Have a great one. Bye.